Hi everyone, welcome to your week. This is going to be your weekly energies for the week of the 8th through the 14th. I usually bring these to you on Mondays, but I took a little bit of a spiritual break, so I'm here with you today on a Tuesday. So let's take this from the 9th to the 14th. Happy Valentines to those that observe the celebration of love and friendship, and for others of you that are just happening to stumble upon this video, welcome. There could be a message here for you. I'm going to start, like always, with a little bit of themes. Yesterday we had in astrology, we had Mercury retrograde and the Sun come together, which is a very interesting aspect because when Mercury is in retrograde, our mind is sort of like in this slow down, and we are guided to connect more to our hearts and to the inner voice. But when the Sun conjuncts and comes together with Mercury in retrograde, there's this kind of like this illumination into something that we could be observing maybe from our past, things that are coming up, finding some sort of information out, some sort of enlightenment or illumination comes through. Okay. Thank you from India. Hi, thank you. Thank you for being here. I love it when you let me know where you're watching from because I like to connect to you in that way. So let's go right ahead. Today we have the moon in Capricorn, okay? And it's, coming into a little dance with Pluto as well. So this is kind of like telling us, to restructure a little bit of how we feel about certain things, transform, let ourselves go through transition and not resist so much change. But that's been the message pretty much since last year. Okay, so let's get some themes for this week. Now, the most important event happening this week is the new moon in Capricorn, okay, which is taking place on the 11th of February. And I will be posting more about that. You know that I love working with the energy of the moon. And new moons, as you know, are moments of planting a new seed, setting your intentions, because it opens up this window of 6 months, okay? And it's a whole new cycle of 6 months until the moon reaches its full state in the sign of Aquarius, which is going to be happening in August, okay? So the first card that comes up for the themes is the card of Make Space, okay? And we were just talking about flowing, and I feel like this card is very much about flowing. As fish flow in the water, they go with the current. And what I feel this is saying to all of us is to clear some space, maybe purge some things, organize our house or our offices, or declutter, because this is talking about some mental and physical blockages, and sometimes we're not aware, but having too many things around and just occupying that space creates an energetic block. And the state of your home and the state of your body, of your physical body, it's also picked up on energetically, okay? So mental and physical blockages, getting rid of any sort of low vibrational energies, okay, so that things can flow. We make space, we make room for the new, okay? We clear away anything that we can let go of. We purge, we go through, we can do detoxes as well. Take some days to drink a lot of water and kind of like recenter yourself, okay? Now let's see what else comes through. So making space. Thank you for being here. I love it when you guys connect with me live, but if you're watching the replay, I love you just as much, okay? So thank you for being here, and if you can just, you know, tag a friend and share this video, that would be so helpful. Okay, so we have, wow, okay, so the card of divine direction is coming through again, okay? So there's something either in your environment or something that could be going on with you right now that is causing some sort of confusion. You could feel that you're at a crossroads. And what we tend to do when we get in these crossroads, okay, like, you know, when we have to decide what direction to take or make a choice, it's like we tend to overthink because we'd rather attach ourselves to an outcome of something that's comfortable, something that we know, rather than open ourselves up to the new. Because the new, it could be uncertain, okay? So I feel like Spirit is saying here to make way for the new, okay, so that you can make a clear choice here. You're coming to a place where there is some sort of decision that, you know, you have in your life. And then I just had a reading with a client and Archangel Uriel came through. So I'm thinking that, you know, this is something that it's coming to all of us collectively, because in these shifts and these crossroads and this confusion and not knowing what choice to make, because we fear that discomfort that comes with uncertainty, Archangel Uriel comes through with that wisdom. Okay, so what do we do with things that we've learned along the way? We take a moment to have that moment of integration. And integration is just, you know, sort of like a fancy way of saying, let stuff settle. Okay, so it's taking a pause, taking a moment to really see what you've learned and what you don't want to repeat in your life. Maybe you've been seeing some patterns that cause you to go into this overthinking mode, okay? So what Archangel Uriel is saying is keep your vision and keep a focused intention, because it's like you already know what the direction is, okay? When Archangel Uriel shows up, it's like the hermit showing up. It's saying like the answers are within you. Why? Because you've learned. You've lived, you've learned. So all you have to do is just sit with yourself and observe. What is it? What is it that I've learned? And when you're faced with a choice, how can I apply this to this new path, okay? And remain focused on your intention, okay? Now the last card that came up for the themes is the card of the void. And it's so fitting because it seems like, you know, you're confused, you're in this crossroads, you can feel like you're in darkness. And it feels like, you know, these things are unforeseen, but there's this light there, okay? Not everything is bad. And this card is saying to pause. What I was just saying with Archangel Uriel's card. It's to pause to see what it is that you've learned and how you can apply that to this new direction that is absolutely divine, okay? For it's no, it's no coincidence that divine direction is coming through. Okay, so when you see this card of the void, you see the darkness, but then you see the light. So we get so attached to this, I'm not going to do that because I don't know how it's going to turn out. And what Spirit is saying here is, it's okay to let go of things that could be blocking you, okay? So I would say to get rid of any of this low vibrational energy, we need to raise the vibe, right? So there's so many things that you could do to raise the vibration. And what we do, and the easiest thing that you can do, is do those things that make you have a smile on your face, okay? That's the first thing you do to shift that vibe and to release that mental and physical blockage. Now, of course, there is this cleaning, purging, doing physical exercise, movement. You can incorporate play into your everyday. And this could be just anything that connects you to that childlike enthusiasm within you, okay? So let's go with the tarot for this week. I'm using the original Rider-Waite deck right here. So let's see what it is that we all need to know. Remember, this is a collective reading. This is not based on a particular zodiac sign. This is just a message that I channel energetically for all of us as a collective. Okay, so let's see what comes through for this week. Wow, and these cards are just, keep it coming. So it's definitely a collective thing happening here. The Three of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles. The first thing that comes to me is that we create our own suffering, okay? Like we as human beings, and I'm talking about us as spirit, okay? Living this human experience. We create these stories that, bring us pain and suffering, and we attach ourselves to, things that create these sort of heavy emotions and sad scenarios. Because what I'm seeing with this Three of Swords and this Four of Cups is that we are blocking ourselves physically, mentally, and, emotionally to something new. Okay, because we're holding on to maybe situations that are not necessarily making us happy. Okay, and I'm not saying that you have to depend on a certain situation or a certain person to bring you happiness, but it's your choice to be or not be, or remove yourself from situations that are causing you this sort of dissatisfaction and feelings of betrayal. Okay, now with the Four of Pentacles, it feels like, we're clinging on to this painful situation for dear life. Okay, we're holding on to this foundation because it's what makes us feel safe, what makes us feel comfortable, and we're closing ourselves off. Look at these two cards. They're two fours, which are numbers of foundation, our base, and one is emotional and one is very physical. And the first card that came up was the card of make space. So how do we make space emotionally? How do we make space mentally? It's by really addressing, taking a pause and seeing what are the things that are causing the emotional suffering and the holding on to this sense of safety that is really not making us happy. What are the feelings here? Is it unworthiness? Is it feeling like, well, this is what it is, and sort of conforming to the situation at hand? Okay, and this could be in love, this could be career, but this is definitely showing me a situation that is unhappy. Okay, a situation that is not bringing any satisfaction, and that you're closing the door to this emotional sort of blessing or healing or forgiveness, whatever it is for you. Okay, remember, this is a collective reading, but there's a definite feeling of being betrayed. Okay, and that feeling of somebody letting you down, and just sort of focusing on that the whole time, and not letting go, not forgiving, not allowing for the situation to flow, just holding on to that and creating a block of resentment, of bad feelings, and even anger, holding on to anger. Okay, at the bottom of the deck there's another 3. So there's a situation here that involves several people. Okay, third party situations, it could be affairs outside of relationships, it could be betrayal in friendships, it could be betrayal in partnerships. Okay, and I'm talking about when you work together with others. Let's see what else comes through. The Chariot in the reverse. So definitely something is super blocked here, not moving, not budging, not moving forward. There is this sense of confusion, and we're creating this wall around a situation, and we're harboring things. That's why Spirit is coming through saying we need to make room, make way to remove blockages here, because the Chariot in the reverse has everything to do with something being roadblocked. Okay, something that is not moving, something that is out of alignment. Okay, at the bottom of the deck is the Death card. Okay, so the death of the ego, letting go of those things that hurt, our sense of pride, our what we believe is true, that might not be what other people think is true, because that would be duality. You're right and you're wrong and I'm right, sort of dynamic. Okay, so there's something definitely here blocked, not moving. We're holding on to it, we're clinging on to dear life, not making a decision to let this go. We're gonna milk it for all it's worth. Okay, and that's really concerning, because it's showing the Chariot in the reverse. This is saying that there's something here that is definitely not aligned with you, and you're messing with something that is, it's part of destiny. Okay, all the readings that I do, they have to do with destiny and with energy moving, and energy is always shifting. But for this particular message, there's something that we're definitely wanting to hold on to, and we're not wanting to move. And you're showing that you're afraid, and that you're trying to control how this all works out. And when we try to control situations, we create resistance. resistance and we block our own way. Okay, so let's see. Let's get one more card. And let's see what, oh, one more card was a bunch of cards. Okay, so I'm gonna take them all because look, the moon is at the bottom of the deck. The moon is super important this week. We have the new moon in Aquarius that wants us to open up to what's in the best interest of everyone. Okay, so 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands. Definitely spirit advising you to leave an emotional situation behind where there's nothing else to give, there's nothing else to find. If you've been attached to something emotionally, if you've been harboring resentment, guilt, jealousy, whatever, this death card is saying that needs to die, it's really important that you know that by walking away from that and actually leaving the baggage behind, you're doing yourself a favor of taking back your power, okay, and coming into alignment, and that's the way that things will move. The 8 of Wands is a card of action, of movement. So if you've been wondering and pondering and stressing yourself out because there's things that you feel like you can't control another person in your life, you can't control how things will turn out, whatever this is that is causing this sense of anxiety, sleepless nights, ruminating thoughts, stress, it's time to move away from that. Okay, and this is not saying that some of you are not going to physically move, okay, because I see that with this a move could have been delayed, but it's because it depends on you. It depends on you making that decision, okay? On being the one standing up, taking the courage to push yourself forward, okay? And once you do, things start moving and you start receiving signs again from the universe. Yes, you might have moments of doubt and stress, but it is for the highest good. You are definitely being guided to listen to your intuition, okay? The moon is all about connecting to your deepest emotions and to dealing with trauma that has not been resolved, to actually as well see what's being illuminated for you, okay? And when I say that, what's coming up for you a lot, consider everything that happens as a sign, okay? Keep your eyes open and your intuition sharp, and know how to discern between what is your ego and your mind and what is your intuition and your heart, okay? Now I'm gonna pick some oracle cards. I'm gonna pick a couple from the crystal angels just to wrap this up, and one of the chakra reading cards, okay? So I love spirit. I just love how everything is in synchronicity with this reading and this message. We're getting the card of stress reduction, okay? So spirit is definitely wanting you to get rid of this low vibrational thinking of attaching yourself to scenarios which are of lack and conformity, okay? Spirit wants you to know that you're highly favored at all times, okay? So that same card of make space that was telling you to to remove those, do things that help you to remove those mental and physical blockages, It's this card as well. This is telling you de-stress your mind, body, and schedule. Okay? Because you need to rest, recharge, and revive. Okay? So know when to take a break. Know that you can give your cares. You see this person right here? This is you. Just let's say this is you, and then this is God. Okay, so give your heaviest burdens to God and stop trying to control a situation. Okay. Now the other card is heightened intuition, which the moon card right here. Heightened sensitivity, heightened intuition, listen to your dreams, listen to, what you feel in your gut, trust that niggle, right? This is saying be extra aware of your inner knowingness and know that it's trustworthy. It's all about trusting yourself and your own inner guidance. I'm always, always, always going to reinforce that message for you, okay? It's not, Patricia told me that this and this is going to happen. No, I always want you to connect to what you feel. This is just what's available to you, and you can do with it whatever you feel, okay? Now, the last message is going to be from the chakra reading cards. Let's give it a little shuffle. All right, so there we go. It's amazing. I mean, this reading has been truly amazing. Like, even for me, like I'm taking it all in, okay? Because this reading is talking about how we block ourselves from things that are divinely directed in our lives. They're divinely guided, okay? And we're getting this message of abundance. And look who's there. And for those who don't know who this is Lord Ganesha. In the Indian culture, this is the remover of obstacles. Okay, so there's something here that we are attaching ourselves to that is keeping us in some sort of lack mentality. It's making us get in our own way. And what this card is saying is that the universe is abundant and we are safe, okay? The root chakra is what's coming through. And I'm going to read just from the book really quickly. Let me look for the card. Is the number 8, which is the number of abundance. And this is what it says, okay? I want you to listen to this and just feel it in your body. Let it sink in, okay? It's saying that you pulled this card today as a reminder that abundance is available for you at all times. It is your natural state of being to resonate with this expansive vibration, okay? So there's something that needs to be cleared in order for us to connect to this higher frequency, this higher vibration, so that we are open to receive this abundance, okay? Because definitely like this, it's not happening, okay? That holding on to and that clinging to, no. So it says, if you've been stuck in a conscious state of not being able to attract or manifest your heart's desires, know, I'm sorry, I'm super itchy, that the door to abundance is wide open and inviting you to step inside. You are a co-creator with the universe, and you can manifest in abundance anything, okay, you require at any time. If the bills have been piling up and there seems to be a lack of finances to go around, know that abundance is at hand. Abundance comes in many forms, not just money. Love, joy, gratitude, and healing are here for you now. Take a moment today and every day, okay? Because inner work is everyday work, all right? Take a moment to tune in and feel. Acknowledge that abundance is in your life. You are deserving of this abundance in your life. Know that always. It's your natural birthright. Abundance is showering its blessings upon you now and always. Be open to receive its light. And I'm going to close this reading with an affirmation that is part of this card. And it says, I am abundant. I am the abundant flow of the divine. I am the abundant flow of the divine. The wealth of the universe flows to me and through me now and always. The wealth of the universe flows to me and through me now and always. And say that to yourself. Say that looking into your eyes in the mirror. And just know that this is your birthright. Okay, so I hope that this reading serves you all and that the messages are well received. And just know that you can always reach out. You can write to me an email. All the links are in my bio. You can write to me a personal message, a DM. I am always very good of getting to everything. Even if I don't answer in a couple of days, I always read your messages. So I appreciate you being here. I'm sending you fearless light and love as always. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you very soon.